Welcome back to IFC's Dragon League, where D&D dragons duel for ultimate domination. Moving into the second match for our competitors, we have a Group A Young Dragon Division matchup. Crystal Dragon versus Blue Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Young Crystal Dragon will be up first. Gonna use their Scintillating Breath. Exhales a burst of brilliant radiance in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. A 13 plus 8 is going to save. 68 radiant damage halved. Time to count. 24 points of damage halved to 12. The Crystal Dragon also absorbs a portion of that radiant energy and gains 10 temporary hit points. It is now the Blue Dragon's turn. Gonna use their Lightning Breath. Exhales lightning in a 60-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Each creature must make a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. A 12 plus 4 is exactly what the Crystal Dragon needed to save. 10d10 lightning damage halved. Woo, that's a lot of ones. 43 points of damage halved to 21. Now the Crystal Dragon's turn. Let's see if their Scintillating Breath recharges. A 2 on the dice, it does not recharge. They're gonna use their multi-attack. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. An 8 plus 6 is gonna miss, but the 2 claw attacks do hit. 2d6 plus 6 slashing damage. 10 points of slashing damage. The Young Blue Dragon's turn. Let's see if their Lightning Breath recharges. A 5 on the dice, Lightning Breath does recharge, and the Blue Dragon's gonna use it. DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. A 1's just not gonna do it. 10d10 lightning damage. 52 points of lightning damage. Now the Crystal Dragon's turn. Scintillating Breath does recharge, and the Crystal Dragon is gonna use it. DC 15 Constitution saving throw. A 6 plus 8's a 14. That does not save. 68 radiant damage. And that's a good roll. That's a good roll there. 37 points of radiant damage. And the Crystal Dragon gains 10 temporary hit points. The Blue Dragon's turn. Lightning Breath does not recharge. They're gonna use their multi-attack. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Ooh, man. The 3 plus 9 is gonna miss, but the bite attack hits, and one of the claws is a crit. 2d10 plus 5 piercing plus 1d10 lightning plus 4d6 plus 5 slashing damage. With a total of 40 on the dice plus 10, 50 points of damage, and with that, the Young Crystal Dragon goes down. The Crystal Dragon put up a fight, but man, they were outmatched from the get-go. Just everything going the Blue Dragon's way right there. And the Blue Dragons notched their first win in the win column. We got a Group B Adult Division matchup for you today. Moonstone Dragon versus Red Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Red Dragon will be up first. Gonna use their Fire Breath. Exhales fire in a 60-foot cone. DC 21 Dexterity saving throw. A 7 plus 4 is gonna fail. The Moonstone Dragon's gonna elect to use one of their legendary resistances. If the dragon fails a saving throw, it can choose to succeed instead. 18 D6 fire damage halved. 58 points of fire damage halved to 29. The Moonstone Dragon's gonna use a legendary action and cast Fairy Fire. Each creature in a 20-foot cube is outlined in moonlight. DC 19 Dexterity saving throw. A 3 plus 6 is gonna fail, but the Red Dragon's gonna use one of their legendary resistances to save on that saving throw. It is now the Moonstone Dragon's turn. Gonna use Moonlight Breath. Exhales a beam of moonlight in a 90-foot line that is 5 feet wide. DC 18 Dexterity saving throw. A 16 plus 6 is gonna save. 9d10 radiant damage halved. 41 points of radiant damage halved to 20. The Red Dragon's turn. Let's see if their Fire Breath recharges. A 3 on the dice, Fire Breath does not recharge. Gonna use their multi-attack. Uses Frightful Presence, then makes 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. For Frightful Presence, each creature must make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw. A 16 plus 10 is gonna succeed, which means the Moonstone Dragon is immune to Frightful Presence. Now the 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. The 7 plus 14 hits, so all 3 attacks hit. 2d10 plus 8 piercing, plus 2d6 fire, plus 4d6 plus 16 slashing damage. Woo! Woo! Okay, let's count. 61 points of damage. The Moonstone Dragon's gonna use a legendary action and make a tail attack. A 7 plus 10 is gonna miss. The Moonstone Dragon's turn. Let's see if their Moonlight Breath recharges. A 1 on the dice, Moonstone Breath does not recharge. Gonna use their multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 4 plus 10 is gonna miss with the bite, but the 12 plus 10 hits with the claw, so both claw attacks hit. 46 plus 10 slashing damage. 23 points of slashing damage. The red dragon's gonna use a legendary action, wing attack. The dragon beats its wings. Each creature must make a DC 22 dexterity saving throw. Hey, I don't make the rules. A 1 on the dice fails. But the Moonstone Dragon's gonna use 1 more legendary resistance to save. The red dragon's turn. Fire Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Wow. That's not good. Okay, that's a natural 1 on 1 of the claws. A 2 plus 14 misses. An 8 plus 14 hits, so that is 1 claw hit. 2d6 plus 8 slashing damage. 15 points of slashing damage. Another legendary action tail attack with advantage from that nat 1. A 9 plus 10 is a 19, exactly what they needed to hit. 1d8 plus 5 bludgeoning damage. 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And the red dragon needs to make a DC 18 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. A 10 plus 8 is an 18, exactly what they needed to save. The Moonstone Dragon's turn. 3 on the dice, Moonstone Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Oh no, that is 2 critical fails on the claws. Oh my goodness, but silver lining. A 10 plus 10 hits with the bite attack. 2d10 plus 5 piercing plus 2d6 radiant. 23 points of damage. The red dragon's gonna make another legendary action wing attack. DC 22 dexterity saving throw. That bounced out. Yikes. Let's do it again. A 7 plus 4 is gonna fail. And the Moonstone Dragon's gonna use their last legendary resistance to save. Now the red dragon's turn. Fire Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Their bite attack and 1 of the claw attacks will be at advantage. A 9 plus 14 hits with the bite. An 11 plus 14 hits with the claw. An 18 plus 14 hits with the other claw. 65 points of damage. The Moonstone Dragon's gonna make another legendary action tail attack. A 12 plus 10 is gonna hit. 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And a DC 18 strength saving throw. An 18 plus 8 is gonna save. Now the Moonstone Dragon's turn. Moonlight Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. An 8 plus 10 misses with the bite, but both claw attacks hit. 24 points of damage. The red dragon's gonna make a legendary action wing attack. DC 22 dexterity saving throw. A 13 plus 4 is gonna fail. 2d6 plus 8 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone. In the adult dragon division, when a creature falls, they take 66 fall damage. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And with 25 points of fall damage, the adult red dragon defeats the Moonstone Dragon. A legendary action wing attack knockdown. And the red dragons notch another win in the win column. Today's matchup is a Group C Ancient Division bout. Gold Dragon versus Sapphire Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Sapphire Dragon will be up first. Gonna use their debilitating breath. Exhales a pulse of high-pitched, nearly inaudible sound in a 90-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 23 Constitution saving throw. And that's a 1, folks. Even with a plus 16, that's a 1. That is a fail. The gold dragon's gonna elect to use one of their legendary resistances. If the dragon fails a saving throw, it can choose to succeed instead. 10d10 thunder damage halved. 43 points of thunder damage halved to 21. The gold dragon's turn. Can use their fire breath. Exhales fire in a 90-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 24 dexterity saving throw. A 16 plus 9 is gonna save. 13d10 fire damage halved. 78 points of fire damage halved to 39. At the end of the Gold Dragon's turn, the Sapphire Dragon's gonna use a legendary action and make a telekinetic fling. The dragon chooses an object and magically hurls it at a creature it can see. The target must succeed on a DC 20 dexterity saving throw. The Gold Dragon slept in or something, because that is another natural one. 12d6 bludgeoning damage. 38 points of bludgeoning damage. The Sapphire Dragon's turn. Debilitating Breath does not recharge. They're gonna use their multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. The 3 plus 15 misses, so we got 1 bite and 1 claw hit. 2d10 plus 8 piercing plus 2d10 thunder plus 2d6 plus 8 slashing damage. 39 points of damage. The Sapphire Dragon's also going to use a bonus action, Psychic Step. Magically teleports to an unoccupied space it can see, and it is now the Gold Dragon's turn. Fire Breath does not recharge. Gonna use their multi-attack. Can use its Frightful Presence, then makes 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. The Sapphire Dragon is immune to the Frightened condition, so Frightful Presence will not work on them. So let's do the 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 4 plus 17 hits, so all 3 attacks hit. 2d10 plus 10 piercing, plus 46 plus 20 slashing damage. 58 points of damage. The Sapphire Dragon's gonna make another legendary action, Telekinetic Fling. DC 20 dexterity saving throw. A 16 plus 9 is gonna save, which means they take no damage. Now the Sapphire Dragon's turn. Debilitating Breath does recharge, and the Sapphire Dragon's gonna use it. DC 23 Constitution saving throw. Oh my goodness. Gold Dragon, what is up today? The Gold Dragon is gonna use another legendary resistance to succeed on the saving throw. Whoa, that's some 10s, baby. 71 points of thunder damage, halved to 35. Can use their bonus action, Psychic Step, and it is now the Gold Dragon's turn. Their Fire Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. That's some high numbers. All 3 of those are gonna hit. 61 points of damage. The Sapphire Dragon's gonna make another legendary action, Telekinetic Fling. A 4 plus 9 is gonna fail. 42 points of bludgeoning damage. Now the Sapphire Dragon's turn. Debilitating Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. 12 plus 15 hits, so all 3 hit. 61 points of damage. Another bonus action, Psychic Step, and it is now the Gold Dragon's turn. Their Fire Breath does recharge, and they're gonna use it. DC 24 dexterity saving throw. A 12 plus 9 is gonna fail, but the Sapphire Dragon's gonna use one of their legendary resistances to save. 74 points of fire damage, halved to 37. Another legendary action, Telekinetic Fling. DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Wow. A 6 plus 9 is gonna fail. 33 points of bludgeoning damage. The Sapphire Dragon's turn. Debilitating Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. An 8 plus 15 hits, so all 3 hit. 60 points of damage. Another bonus action, Psychic Step. It is now the Gold Dragon's turn. Their Fire Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. The 6 plus 17 hits, so all 3 will hit. Just 2s and 3s. That's fun. 44 points of damage. Another legendary action, Telekinetic Fling. DC 20 dexterity saving throw. A 16 plus 9 is gonna save. The Sapphire Dragon's turn. Debilitating Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. The 4 plus 15 misses, so 1 bite and 1 claw hit. 55 points of damage. Wow, oh wow. This is intense. Gonna bonus action, Psychic Step, and is now the Gold Dragon's turn. Fire Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Big, big, big for the Gold Dragon. 1 crit on a claw and 2 hits. 61 points of damage. Legendary action, Telekinetic Fling. DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Oh my gosh. 5 plus 9. That is gonna fail. The Gold Dragon wants to save 1 legendary resistance, so they're not gonna burn it here. 37 points of damage. The Sapphire Dragon's turn. Debilitating Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. Oh my gosh. That is gonna be 3 hits. 54 points of damage. We are neck and neck right here. Gonna bonus action Psychic Step, and it is now the Gold Dragon's turn. Fire Breath does recharge. They're gonna keep it in their back pocket, and they're gonna make a multi-attack. 1 bite and 2 claws. A 5 plus 17 hits, so that is going to be 3 hits. A 40 on these 6 dice, and the Gold Dragon will win. That's not going to do it. 53 points of damage. A legendary action, Telekinetic Fling. This is huge right here. DC 20 Dexterity saving throw. A 19 plus 9 is going to save. The Sapphire Dragon's turn. Debilitating Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. They need a hit on all of them and probably get a crit in there as well. No crits, but all 3 of those will hit. A 47 on these 8 dice. The Sapphire Dragon brings the Gold Dragon down. That's a big roll, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. 41 plus 24. 65 points of damage. Bonus action Psychic Step, and it is now the Gold Dragon's turn. They're gonna use their Fire Breath. DC 24 Dexterity saving throw. A 12 plus 9 is going to fail. The Sapphire Dragon's going to use their second legendary resistance to save. A 33 or lower on 13 D10s, and the Sapphire Dragon will still be up. With a total of 60 points of fire damage, halved to 30, the Gold Dragon survives by the narrowest of margins, and the Sapphire Dragon is down. That was an incredible matchup. Brilliant by the Sapphire Dragon, almost giving up 200 hit points to bring the Gold Dragon down to 6. Oh my gosh, they were so freaking close. And the Gold Dragons get their second win in Group C. We got a Group D Wormling Division matchup for you today. Green Dragon versus Bronze Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Green Dragon Wormling will be up first. Gonna use their Poison Breath. Exhales poisonous gas in a 15-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. An 8 plus 4 is gonna save. 66 poison damage halved. 26 poison damage halved to 13. Now the Bronze Dragon's turn. They're gonna use their Lightning Breath. Exhales lightning in a 40-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Each creature must make a DC 12 Dexterity saving throw. A 17 plus 3 is gonna save. 3d10 lightning damage halved. 19 points of damage halved to 9. The Green Dragon Wormling's turn. Poison Breath does not recharge. They're gonna use their Bite attack. An 8 plus 4 is gonna miss. The Bronze Dragon Wormling's turn. A 6 on the dice, Lightning Breath does recharge. And the Bronze Dragon's gonna use it. DC 12 Dexterity saving throw. A 13 plus 3 is gonna save. 18 points of lightning damage halved to 9. The Green Dragon's turn. Poison Breath does not recharge. They're gonna make another Bite attack. A 9 plus 4 is gonna miss. The Bronze Dragon's turn. Lightning Breath does recharge, and they're gonna use it again. DC 12 Dexterity saving throw. A 13 plus 3 is gonna save. These saves from the Green Dragon, massive. 20 points of lightning damage halved to 10. The Green Dragon's turn. Poison Breath does recharge. That is big. Gonna use Poison Breath. DC 11 Constitution saving throw. Ooh, a 4 plus 4 is gonna fail. 19 on these dice. The Green Dragon will win. I don't think that's 19. Let's do the math. 17 points of poison damage. And the Bronze Dragon Wormling is still up, and it is now their turn. Lightning Breath does not recharge. They're gonna make a Bite attack. A 17 plus 5 is gonna hit. 1d10 plus 3 piercing damage. A 7 or higher on this d10, and the Bronze Dragon Wormling will be victorious. A 4 plus 3. Not enough damage to take the Wormling out. Oh my gosh, these Wormlings came to play. Now the Green Dragon Wormling's turn. This Poison Breath recharge is massive. Minimum damage will take down the Bronze Dragon. A 5 or a 6. A 4 on the dice does not recharge Poison Breath. They're gonna make a Bite attack. A 13 or higher, and the Green Dragon wins. A natural 1. Oh my goodness. The tides have shifted back to the bronze dragon wormling, and it is now their turn. Lightning Breath does recharge. They have a decision to make here. Do they do an advantage bite, or do they use their Lightning Breath? They are going to use their Lightning Breath right here. DC 12 dexterity saving throw. The only chance for them to stay alive is if they roll a 9 or higher. Okay, a 9 plus 3 is a 12. Exactly what they needed to save. With 3 hit points, they need this to be a 5 or lower. It's possible. It's possible. Nothing's impossible. Some things are impossible. This is not impossible. And that's 21 halved to 10. The green dragon wormling goes down, and the bronze dragon wormling is victorious. I think this might be the best Dragon League match to date. These wormlings, oh my gosh. And the bronze dragons get another win, taking control of Group D. A young division Group E matchup today. White dragon versus lunar dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The lunar dragon will be up first. Both dragons are immune to cold damage, which means both dragons' cold breath are going to be off the table for this match. The lunar dragon is going to use their multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. That is a natural 1 on the bite, but both of the claw attacks do hit. 2d6 plus 8 slashing damage. 17 points of damage. They're going to use their twice a day bonus action phase. Becomes partially incorporeal for as long as it maintains concentration. While partially incorporeal, the dragon has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. The white dragon's turn. They're going to use their multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claws. Their bite attack will be at advantage. That is a natural 20. Because the lunar dragon's concentrating, let's resolve the damage. 4d10 plus 4 piercing damage. 23 points of damage, halved to 11. DC 10 concentration check. A 5 plus 7 is gonna save. Claw attack number 1. An 11 plus 7 is gonna hit. 2d6 plus 4 slashing damage. 16 points of slashing damage, halved to 8. DC 10 concentration check. A 14 plus 7 is gonna pass. Claw attack number 2. An 8 plus 7 is gonna miss. Back to the lunar dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. Okay, that is gonna be a crit on the bite and 2 hits with the claws. 20 points of damage. And now the white dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. They're gonna do their claws first. Claw attack number 1 is a crit. 13 points of slashing damage, halved to 6. DC 10 concentration check. A 12 plus 7 is gonna pass. Claw attack number 2. A 14 plus 7 is gonna hit. 16 points of damage, halved to 8. Another concentration check. A 4 plus 7 is gonna pass. And now their bite. A 6 plus 7 is gonna miss. To the lunar dragon's turn, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Woo! A 6 plus 7 is gonna miss, so all 3 of those miss. Back to the white dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. We're doing claws first. A 14 plus 7 is gonna hit. 15 points of slashing damage, halved to 7. DC 10 concentration check. And that's a natural 1, which means the lunar dragon loses concentration on phase and is no longer resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. The white dragon now has a bite and claw. An 8 plus 7 misses with the claw, but the 13 plus 7 hits with the bite. 21 points of damage. The lunar dragon's turn, 1 bite and 2 claws. Both the claw attacks hit. 17 points of damage. The lunar dragon's going to do a bonus action and use their last use of phase. They are now resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage again. The white dragon's turn, 1 bite and 2 claws. We're doing the claws first. A 10 plus 7 is going to hit. 8 points of damage, halved to 4. DC 10 concentration check. A 16 plus 7 is going to pass. Claw attack number 2. A 4 plus 7 is going to miss. Now their bite attack. A 16 plus 7 is going to hit. 15 points of damage, halved to 7. DC 10 concentration check. A 15 plus 7 is going to pass. The lunar dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. 1 bite hit, 1 claw hit, and 1 claw miss. 14 points of damage. The white dragon's turn. 1 bite, 2 claws. Claws first. An 11 plus 7 is gonna hit. 10 points of damage, half to 5. DC 10 concentration check. 17 plus 7 is gonna pass. Claw attack number 2. An 8 plus 7 is gonna miss. Now their bite attack. A 2 plus 7 is gonna miss. Back to the lunar dragon. 1 bite and 2 claws. A bite crit, a claw hit, and a claw miss. Terrible roll. 12 points of damage. White dragon's turn. Bite and 2 claws. Claws first. A 9 plus 7, exactly what they need to hit. 12 points of damage, half to 6. DC 10 concentration check. 19 plus 7 is gonna pass. Claw number 2. A 5 plus 7 is gonna miss. Now their bite. A 13 plus 7 is gonna hit. 16 points of damage, half to 8. DC 10 concentration check. A 9 plus 7 is gonna pass. This is a bruising fight. The lunar dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. 1 bite hit, 1 claw hit, and 1 claw miss. 14 points of damage. The white dragon's turn. 1 bite, 2 claws. Claws first. That's a natural 1. Claw attack number 2. A 6 plus 7 is gonna miss. Now their bite. 13 plus 7 hits. 21 points of damage, half to 10. DC 10 concentration check. 19 plus 7 is gonna pass. The lunar dragon's turn. 1 bite, 2 claws. Their bite attack will be at advantage. Even with advantage, their bite misses. Their 2 claw attacks. That's a crit on both sides of the spectrum. Critical miss and a critical hit. 10 points of slashing damage. The white dragon's turn. They're going to do their bite first and utilize that advantage. A 15 plus 7 is going to hit. 12 points of damage, half to 6. DC 10 concentration check. 14 plus 7 is going to pass. Now claw number 1. An 18 plus 7 is going to hit. 6 points of damage, half to 3. DC 10 concentration check. And that's a natural 20. Last claw attack. A 4 plus 7 is gonna miss. Oh my goodness. Round 9, and it's the lunar dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. A crit on the claws, a critical miss on the claws, and a hit with the bite. 14 points of damage. The white dragon's turn. They're gonna use that advantage on their bite attack. A 12 plus 7 is gonna hit. 18 points of damage, half to 9. DC 10 concentration check. A 3 plus 7 is gonna pass. We are finally here. Claw attack number 1. A 5 plus 7 is gonna miss. The lunar dragon has life. Claw attack number 2. A 6 plus 7 is gonna miss. Oh my goodness. It is now the lunar dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. If all of these hit, done deal, young white dragon is down. A 9 or higher hits. Oh my goodness. And that is only gonna be 1 claw hit. They can't do it. They can't do it here. Oh my goodness. 7 points of damage. What? The white dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. The lunar dragon needs a lot of misses. Claw attack number 1 hits. A total of 4 on these 2 dice, and the lunar dragon is down. 8 plus 4 is 12 points of damage, half to 6, and the lunar dragon is down. Oh my gosh. I'm out of breath. I felt like I was saying the same things over and over and over and over and over and over. And the White Dragons moved to 2-0 in Group E. A Group A Young Division matchup today. Brass Dragon versus Time Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Time Dragon will be up first. Gonna use their Time Breath. Exhales a wave of shimmering light in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. A 7 plus 6 is gonna fail. 78 force damage. 20 points of force damage. In addition, the target is magically weakened as it is desynchronized from the time stream. In this state, attack rolls against that creature have advantage. A weakened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself after it succeeds on 2 of these saves. The Brass Dragon's turn. They're gonna use their Fire Breath. Exhales fire in a 40-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Each creature in that line must make a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw. An 18 plus 5 is gonna save. 12d6 fire damage halved. They're stacking. We're counting it. 44 points of fire damage halved to 22. At the end of their turn, DC 17 Constitution saving throw for time breath. A 10 plus 6 is gonna fail. The time dragon's turn. Time breath does not recharge. They're gonna use their multi-attack, making 3 rend attacks. All of these add advantage because of time breath. A 12 plus 9 is gonna hit. An 18 plus 9 is gonna hit. And a 16 plus 9 is gonna hit. 66 plus 15 slashing plus 66 force damage. 59 points of damage. Oh man, this might be over. The young brass dragon's turn. Fire breath does not recharge. They're gonna make a multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 6 plus 7 misses, a 7 plus 7 misses, so that is only 1 hit with the claw. 2d6 plus 4 slashing damage. 9 points of slashing damage. At the end of their turn, DC 17 Constitution saving throw. And that's a natural 1. The time dragon's turn. Time breath does not recharge. 3 more rend attacks, all at advantage. Attack number 1 hits. Attack number 2 hits. And attack number 3 hits. And with a total of 63 points of damage, the young time dragon takes down the young brass dragon. Wow, that wasn't even a matchup. If the young time dragon had any decency, they would go back in time and not do that to the brass dragon. That was devastating. And the time dragons move to 2-0 in Group A. Our next matchup is a Group B adult division bout. Topaz dragon versus silver dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Topaz dragon will be up first. Gonna use their desiccating breath. Exhales yellowish necrotic energy in a 60-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. A 16 plus 12 is gonna save. 10d6 necrotic damage halved. 39 points of damage halved to 19. The silver dragon's turn. Knowing that the Topaz dragon is resistant to cold damage, they're just going to use their multi-attack, uses Frightful Presence, then makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws. First, Frightful Presence. Each creature must succeed on a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. A 12 plus 8 is gonna pass. The Topaz dragon is now immune to Frightful Presence. Now the 1 bite and 2 claws. Okay, the bite is gonna hit, but both of the claws are gonna miss. 2d10 plus 8 piercing damage. 21 points of damage. At the end of the silver dragon's turn, the Topaz dragon is going to use a legendary action, Essential Reduction. Targets a creature that it can see within 60 feet. That target must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. A 14 plus 12 is going to pass. The Topaz dragon's turn. Desiccating Breath does not recharge. They're going to use their multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Oh no. Even the 9 plus 9, that misses the silver dragon, so all of those attacks miss. The Topaz dragon is going to use a bonus action Psychic Step, magically teleports to an unoccupied space within 60 feet, and it's now the silver dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. The 6 plus 13 hits, so all of those attacks hit. 2d10 plus 8 piercing, plus 4d6 plus 16 slashing. 43 points of damage. The Topaz Dragon's going to do a legendary action, Essential Reduction. DC 17 Constitution saving throw. And that's a natural 1. That's going to fail. But the Silver Dragon's going to use one of their legendary resistances to save. The Topaz Dragon's turn. Desiccating Breath does not recharge. They're going to try 1 bite and 2 claws again. One of their claws hits, but 1 critical fail. 1d8 plus 4 slashing damage. 9 points of slashing damage. Bonus action Psychic Step, and it's now the Silver Dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws, so their bite will be at advantage from the nat 1. A 15 plus 13 hits with their bite, and both of their claw attacks hit. 50 points of damage. The Topaz Dragon is going to do another legendary action, Essential Reduction. DC 17 Constitution saving throw. An 8 plus 12 is going to pass. The Topaz Dragon's turn. Desiccating Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. This is bad. That's a nat 1, a miss on their bite, but a hit with the claw. 6 points of slashing damage. That's just not gonna do it. The silver dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claws. Their bite will be at advantage. An 8 plus 13 hits. And both of their claw attacks hit. 55 points of damage. Another legendary action, essential reduction. DC 17 Constitution saving throw. A 4 plus 12 is gonna fail. The silver dragon's gonna use another legendary resistance to save. The topaz dragon's turn. Desiccating breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. Hey, no crit fails. Both of the claws miss, but the bite does hit. 2d10 plus 4 piercing plus 1d6 necrotic. 15 points of damage. The silver dragon's turn. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 7 plus 13 is a 20, so all 3 of those hit. And with a total of 44 points of damage, the silver dragon takes down the topaz dragon. Talk about a mismatch right there. The topaz dragon was doomed from the start. The silver dragon with a beatdown. And the silver dragons notch a win in the win column. An ancient division matchup from Group C today. Solar dragon versus black dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The black dragon will be up first. Gonna use their acid breath. Exhales acid in a 90-foot line that is 10 feet wide. Each creature must make a DC 22 dexterity saving throw. A 9 plus 9 is gonna fail, but the solar dragon's gonna use one of their legendary resistances to save. 15 D8 acid damage halved. 66 points of acid damage halved to 33. The solar dragon's turn. They're gonna use their photonic breath. Exhales a flashing mode of radiant energy, blossoms in a 40-foot radius sphere. Each creature must make a DC 23 Constitution saving throw. A 3 plus 14 is gonna fail, but the ancient black dragon's gonna use one of their legendary resistances to save. 12d10 radiant damage halved. 73 points of radiant damage halved to 36. The black dragon's turn. Acid breath does not recharge. They're gonna go in for their multi-attack, uses frightful presence, then makes 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. For frightful presence, each creature must make a DC 19 wisdom saving throw or become frightened. A 4 plus 11 is gonna fail, but the solar dragon's gonna use their second legendary resistance to save, and they are now immune to frightful presence. 1 bite and 2 claws. A 9 plus 15 is a 24. That hits, so all 3 hit. 2d10 plus 8 piercing, plus 2d8 acid, plus 4d6 plus 16 slashing. 64 points of damage. At the end of the black dragon's turn, the solar dragon's gonna make a legendary action tail attack. A 9 plus 16 is gonna hit. 1d8 plus 9 bludgeoning damage. 10 points of bludgeoning damage. The solar dragon's turn. Photonic breath does not recharge. They're gonna use their multi-attack, 1 bite and 1 tail attack. A 12 plus 16 hits, so that is 2 hits. 3d6 plus 9 piercing, plus 3d6 radiant, plus 1d8 plus 9 bludgeoning damage. That's so many ones. 39 points of damage. The solar dragon's gonna use their feature, Flyby. The dragon doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. And it's now the black dragon's turn. Acid breath does not recharge. Multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claws. The lowest is a 13 plus 15, so all of those are gonna hit. 59 points of damage. At the end of the black dragon's turn, another legendary action tail attack. That's a natural 1. The solar dragon's turn. Photonic breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 1 tail attack. A 3 plus 16 misses with the bite, but the tail attack hits. 17 points of damage. The solar dragon uses Flyby, and it's now the black dragon's turn. Acid breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Their bite attack will be at advantage from the nat 1. A 5 plus 15 does hit. And both of the claw attacks hit. 65 points of damage. A legendary action tail attack from the solar dragon. An 8 plus 16 does hit. 17 points of damage. The solar dragon's turn. Photonic breath does recharge, and they're gonna use it. DC 23 Constitution saving throw. A 6 plus 14 is gonna fail, but the black dragon's gonna use another legendary resistance to save. 81 points of radiant damage halved to 40. The solar dragon uses Flyby, and it's now the black dragon's turn. Acid breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. A 3 plus 15 does hit the Solar Dragon, so all of those hit. 61 points of damage. The Solar Dragon's gonna make another legendary action tail attack. A 10 plus 16 hits. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. The Solar Dragon's turn. Photonic Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 1 tail attack. Both the bite and tail are gonna hit. 36 points of damage. The Solar Dragon uses Flyby, and it's now the Black Dragon's turn. Acid Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 6 plus 15 hits, so all of those hit. 59 points of damage. At the end of the Black Dragon's turn, legendary action tail attack. A 6 plus 16 is gonna hit. 11 points of damage. The Solar Dragon's turn. Photonic Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 1 tail attack. Both of those are gonna hit. 41 points of damage. The Solar Dragon uses Flyby, and it's now the Black Dragon's turn. Acid Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claws. All 3 of those are gonna hit. 55 points of damage. The Solar Dragons can use a legendary action tail attack. A 13 plus 16 is gonna hit. 16 points of damage. The Solar Dragon's turn. Photonic Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 1 tail attack. A 4 plus 16 is gonna miss with the bite. The tail attack hits. That could be the end of the Solar Dragon. 16 points of damage. The Solar Dragon uses Flyby, and it's the Black Dragon's turn. Acid Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Okay, the bite attack misses, but a 3 plus 15 hits. Both the claw attacks hit. A 13 on 4d6, and the Solar Dragon will be down. That's not it. 26 points of damage. The Solar Dragon is still up. At the end of the Black Dragon's turn, legendary action tail attack. A 9 plus 16 hits. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. The Solar Dragon's turn. Photonic Breath does recharge, but with the Ancient Black Dragon having another legendary resistance, they're not going to use it. They're going to go for a bite and tail attack. They need a crit on their bite to have a chance. Let's roll it. Ooh, that's going to be a miss with the tail, but a hit with the bite. It's not going to be enough. 25 points of damage. The Solar Dragon uses Flyby, and it's the Black Dragon's turn. Acid Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. The only way the Solar Dragon is up is if only 1s and 2s show up on 3d20s. All 3 of those are gonna hit, and with minimum damage, the Black Dragon takes down the Solar Dragon. Woo-wee! The higher AC from the Black Dragon really was what made the difference. And the Black Dragons notch a win in the win column. Our next matchup is a Group D Wormling Division bout. Deep Dragon versus Emerald Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Deep Dragon will be up first. They're gonna use their Nightmare Breath. Exhales a cloud of spores in a 15-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw. A 12 plus 3 is gonna pass. 1d10 psychic damage halved. 9 points of psychic damage halved to 4, but the Emerald Dragon is also resistant to psychic damage, so that's only gonna be 2 points of damage. The Emerald Dragon's turn. They're gonna use their Disorienting Breath. Exhales a wave of psychic dissonance in a 15-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 12 Intelligence saving throw. We're spinning. What's it gonna be? Here we go. An 8 plus 0 is going to fail. 5d6 psychic damage. 19 points of psychic damage, but the Deep Dragon is resistant to psychic damage, so that's only going to be 9 points of damage. Until the end of its next turn, when the creature makes an attack roll or an ability check, it must roll a d4 and reduce the total by the number rolled. The Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge, and they're going to use it. DC 11 Wisdom saving throw. An 8 plus 3 is an 11, exactly what the Emerald Dragon needs to save. 3 points of damage halved to 1, but the Emerald Dragon Wormling is resistant. 1 halved, I guess is 1. I don't know how that works. The Emerald Dragon's turn. Disorienting Breath does not recharge. They're going to make a bite attack. A 12 plus 4 is a 16. That hits. 1d10 plus 2 piercing plus 1d6 psychic damage. 5 points of piercing damage and 1 point of psychic damage halved to 1, I guess. The Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge. They're going to use it again. DC 11 Wisdom saving throw. A 3+3 is going to fail. 2 points of psychic damage half to 1 because of resistance. And the Emerald Dragon is frightened of the Deep Dragon. The Emerald Dragon's turn. Disorienting Breath does not recharge. They're going to make a bite attack. Disadvantaged because of frightened. A 2+4 is going to miss. At the end of their turn, they're going to repeat the Wisdom saving throw. A 2+3 is going to fail. The Emerald Dragon is still frightened. The Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. They're going to go in for a bite attack. A 13+4 is going to hit. 1d10 plus 2 piercing damage. 4 points of piercing damage. The Emerald Dragon's turn. Disorienting Breath does not recharge. They're going to do a bite attack, disadvantaged because of frightened. A 3+4 is going to miss. At the end of their turn, DC 11 Wisdom saving throw. 11+3 is going to save, so they are no longer frightened. The Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. Bite attack. A 16+4 is going to hit. 7 points of piercing damage. The Emerald Dragon's turn. Disorienting Breath does not recharge. Bite attack. A 9+4 is going to miss. The Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. They're going to make a bite attack. A 13+4 is going to hit. 8 points of damage. Slowly but surely, the comeback's on. The Emerald Dragon's turn. Disorienting Breath does not recharge. They're going to make a bite attack. Okay, a 16+4 is going to hit. 8 points of piercing damage and 6 points of psychic damage half to 3. The Deep Dragon is up with 1 hit point. The Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. Bite attack. And that is a critical fail. Oh, this might be it. The Emerald Dragon's turn. Disorienting Breath does not recharge. Bite attack, add advantage from that nat 1. A 19+4, that's gonna hit, and minimum damage takes down the Deep Dragon Wormling. The Deep Dragon had a real chance there, but just could not finish it off. And the Emerald Dragons get a win in the win column. We got a Group E Young Division matchup today. Copper Dragon versus Amethyst Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Amethyst Dragon will be up first. Creates a shining bead of gravitational force in its mouth, releases the energy in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 17 strength saving throw. An 18+4 is gonna save. 8d8 force damage halved. 41 points of damage halved to 20. The Copper Dragon's turn. They're gonna use their Acid Breath. Exhales acid in a 40-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Each creature must make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. What's it gonna be? A 19+5 is gonna save. 98 acid damage halved. 38 points of damage halved to 19. The Amethyst Dragon's turn. Singularity Breath does not recharge. They're gonna cast their once-a-day spell, Blink. Roll a d20 at the end of each of your turns. On a roll of 11 or higher, you vanish from your current plane of existence and appear in the ethereal plane. At the start of your next turn, you return to an unoccupied space of your choice within 10 feet of the space you left. So at the end of their turn, 11 or higher, and they vanish. An 8, that means they remain on this plane. The Copper Dragon's turn. Their breath weapon does not recharge. They're gonna do a multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 3+7 misses, but a 12+7 hits, so both claw attacks hit. 46+8 slashing damage. 26 points of damage. The Amethyst Dragon's turn. Singularity Breath does not recharge. They're gonna do a multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 9+9 hits, so all 3 attacks hit. 2d10 plus 5 piercing plus 1d8 force plus 2d8 plus 10 slashing damage. 42 points of damage. At the end of their turn, 11 or higher, and they vanish. An 18, the Amethyst Dragon vanishes to the ethereal plane. The Copper Dragon's turn. Acid Breath does not recharge. They're gonna hold a bite attack for when the Amethyst Dragon returns, and it's now the Amethyst Dragon's turn. They reappear and the Copper Dragon gets to use their held action bite attack. A 6+7 is gonna miss. Singularity Breath does not recharge. Gonna make 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 9+9 hits, so all 3 hit. 34 points of damage. 11 or higher and they vanish. An 18, they vanish to the ethereal plane. The Copper Dragon's turn. Their breath weapon does not recharge. They're going to hold a bite attack for when the amethyst dragon returns, and it's now the amethyst dragon's turn. They reappear in the space, and the copper dragon makes a bite attack. A 5+7 is going to miss. Singularity breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. That is 2 natural ones and an 18, so that is 1 hit. 10 points of damage. 11 or higher and they vanish. 16, they vanish to the ethereal plane. The copper dragon's turn. Their breath weapon does not recharge. They're going to hold a bite attack for when the amethyst dragon returns, and it's now the amethyst dragon's turn. The amethyst dragon reappears, and the copper dragon gets to make their bite attack. In the IFC, advantage nat 1s get wiped at the end of that creature's turn, so the copper dragon unfortunately will not get advantage on this attack. And a 3+7 is going to miss. Singularity breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. 1 claw and 1 bite hit. And with a total of 29 points of damage, the amethyst dragon takes down the copper dragon. Man, oh man, that blink is a good spell in the IFC. The amethyst dragon, you gotta watch out for them. And the amethyst dragons move to 2-0. After the CR6 tournament, we have a Group A adult division matchup. Crystal Dragon versus Time Dragon. Who do you got?